Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Look at her. We got a birthday in the house, and it is the one and only Mr. King, Sir, in Shahida's voice. Sir.
Sir.
Jabril,
my youngest baby.
Your baby. The baby. Come on.
Not a baby anymore.
Well, bring it in.
I'm a grown ass man.
With a porn stash.
Happy birthday, brother.
I'm moving to LA. Start my career.
Oh, okay.
Subscribe, look at the
you got OnlyFans.
Listen here. I ain't sleeping on OnlyFans. I'm not sleeping on OnlyFans. Happy birthday, Jabril. Shahida, how old is he? Oh, well, Jabril, how old are you today?
27.
27 to be 27 again.
Out of my body, it came.
Out of
my body, it came.
Right? And girl, Queen, you don't look like you produced a 27-year-old, let alone the other ages, because we know the other ages.
Really?
They do. One time we would go, like when he was going into this to the Navy, and we went to the aquarium, and the lady said, "Oh, thank you for your service. We want to buy your tickets for you and your girlfriend."
Oh, and you're like,
Mom.
I was like, they bought the tickets for the aquarium and IMAX. They was $60 a piece. I'm like, wow.
So you should wear your uniform a lot more often.
No, I get more stolen valor inquiries than will buy tickets for you instead. Like we were at San Diego Zoo, and I was wearing my service uniform, and some lady came up to me and was like, "I've never seen
down, Jabril, because we only see your mouth."
Like, I've never seen like that uniform with the black bottoms, because at the time I was only in E3, so E6 and below have black bottoms instead of all khaki. And she just kind of embarrassed herself because she kind of looked like an asshole for even trying to be like,
trying to question
I'm not in the Navy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Most of the time people are good, but like I always say, you have to judge accordingly, because people think that just because you go into the military that you're a great person. And we all know.
Child, please.
We all know.
Look at
I was married. Honey, I was married. I was married to the military. I married the military, so I already know. And that shit. Please believe me when I tell you. Hence why I'll never get married again, because that shit traumatized me. But
yeah, that's usually the outcome.
Yeah,
marrying the military.
They lie. They lie. The military lies. Sorry, I said it, but they lie. Anyway, Shahida, somebody call Chris Hansen, because How to Catch a Predator, as I always say to you all the time.
Porn stash.
Porn stash. I love me a good porn stash.
So who you guys rooting for in the Super Bowl?
Me.
Thank you.
I'm rooting for the black quarterback. I was gonna say
they're both black though,
but one's half though.
No, I'm rooting for Hurts. Why? Because his agent is a black woman. So
I saw that. His agent is a black woman.
Jalen Hurts, I think is his name.
I'm wearing the Eagles shirt.
His agent is a black woman, and I'm rooting for him all day, every day.
The offensive coordinator for Kansas City is a black man.
No, I'm rooting for the black woman. Sorry.
I'm rooting for what I can see.
But at the end of the day, I'm rooting for me, because I really don't give a shit about the game either way. I don't give a shit about the teams, the Philadelphia Eagles. I don't give a shit about Kansas City Chiefs. All I'm going to give a shit about is the fact that I'm going to wake up. I give a shit about Rihanna, because I'm all about.
Oh yeah, I forgot she's going to be
on my collard greens, my fried chicken, my charcuterie board, my appetizers, and I'm going to sit here all day and snack and drink and wait for Rihanna to come on, and she better produce. And here we are.
I'm looking forward to it.
But on a side note, I got a song for you, and I'm going to sing a song, and the song is called "Who Are You?" Woo 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 woo. Do do do. Who are
doing CSI.
Oh, I'm like, wait, that sounds so familiar. What is it words?
Because
That's the Who.
listen,
The Who.
The Who, I tried to do the best that I can, but
You did great, girl.
My brother from another mother. Let's give us applause to Chrissy. He did the damn thing last night on CSI Vegas.
We won't tell the ending. But he's the
no,
killer.
you guys gotta watch it. You have to watch it and let us know, because Shahida called it first and then I called it second. But Chris, whatever the outcome was, Chris did a great job. So
thank you very much. I appreciate it.
I felt like a proud sister. I was laying in my bed at 4:30 this morning watching it. And then when you came on the scene on my TV in my room, I was like, hi, Chrissy.
I like it when you see like his name like come up in the
right? Credits.
Very cool.
Yeah. And that was the first one. You see that?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So
we're so proud of you.
That's called top of show. That's what they call top of show guest star.
Oh, okay.
Because sometimes they have guest stars. No, it's at the top of the show. Like when they do the credits, like the director or something or the other, and they have guest star. Sometimes the guest stars are at the end.
Mm-hmm.
So this is called a top of show guest star.
Oh, okay.
Like the one woman who played Sasha, she was a co-star at the end of the show, and they put her at the end.
Oh, okay.
So the guest stars at the top, and then the co-stars, and then
at the
featured players. Mm-hmm.
So how was it on the set with because I hadn't watched CSI Vegas since I guess they started new.
Right.
And I do like the black woman on there.
Paula?
Yeah.
Cool.
She's I'll watch it now because I knew that there was a black woman on there, but I hadn't watched it. Now that I've gotten my taste of it, I'm like, I'm gonna support the sister.
Mm-hmm. And a female director as well.
Oh, nice.
Oh, okay.
Female director. Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I'll watch it again, honestly. I love the actress, the black actress that plays the head of the CSI unit.
I like her in other stuff too.
But I don't know.
She was in Barry. She was in Barry.
Okay. All right. That's right.
I gotta watch Barry then.
Oh, that's a good show. That's a great show.
Everybody loves Barry.
It's a great show.
But I used to be, when CSI first started, like CSI Vegas, CSI Miami, I was hooked, line and sinker. I was watching all of it. And then when people started leaving, I was like, you know what? I can't do. I'm not investing my time and my emotions anymore in this show, and I haven't watched it since until you, Chris, said you were going to be on it, and I was like,
so I've done 3 CSIs. I did the first original CSI where I played this is like 20. Shoot, I was.
So you're going to need to send us the link to that. So
and then I did CSI Miami where I play a killer. Well, maybe. Well,
CSI Miami with the redhead.
Yeah.
I used to watch that show like religiously.
That was one of my biggest guest stars ever.
Yeah, but Shahida, we didn't know him then.
I know what episode.
Then so to get to us, he was just another actor.
Just another killer. Just another killer on
another actor playing a killer part. So, Chris, you need to send us the links to the episodes that you were in, so that we can watch them
too, because I was really into that.
Yeah, I had my the first episode on CSI was where was it? It was CSI Reed Owens. It was, I don't know, in 2005. In 2005, I did it, and then I did CSI Miami in I don't know when I did that. Anyway, I did it after that.
That's awesome. Have you ever been on like the Law and Order?
Oh, 2008. I did. At 2008, I did it, and then I did this one. So, yeah.
Awesome. Well, congratulations. You did a good job, and everybody that didn't watch it, we promoted it, and Chris promoted it. And if you haven't watched it, watch it. It's a great episode. It was fun. We love our brother from another mother. So let's get into it. Married at first sight.
Let's do it.
Married at first sight. It's all or nothing. It's all or nothing. I'm singing songs all day today, and I got a song for the podcast, Shahida, and you're gonna be mad at me, but I don't care. But we'll wait until the end of the podcast.
I'm gonna be mad at you. Why?
You're gonna be mad at me, but I don't care.
Okay.
You'll forgive me because we're like 45 years in, so you'll get it. Married at first sight. They're at the honeymoon. So let's start with who do you guys want to start with? I'll let you pick.
I would like to start with what's his name? Oh damn! Now I forgot the names.
What's it look like?
The redhead guy.
Oh, Clint.
Clint
and Gina.
Can I start?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you got this. But before you start, Chris, I have my screen on wide. So if Vanessa texts you talking about I want to tap in, text me because it's not going to come up on my screen.
Okay.
All right. So go ahead, Shahida. You got the floor.
She was so rude. And I understand his clapback now.
Exactly.
His feelings. It was so unnecessary for her to say what she did. If you were not, and she went in. So you know what? I always hear people talk about like ginger hate. You ever watch Catherine Tate's show? And she does like the ginger compound where the ginger people are shipped off to be by themselves so they won't be around. So it's a comedy. I've
never heard of it.
It's funny. Catherine Tate is hilarious. Please look her up. But so I guess people really do have like a disdain. I can understand not being attracted to somebody, with reddish features, but is it that serious? Because she didn't have to go there.
Did you watch the after party too?
I didn't see. Oh, I saw like the first couple of minutes of.
Yeah, she explains it. She explains her whole
Okay,
thing.
what did she explain it for me?
She said that she usually likes darker features, darker skin, darker, and she's dated someone who has ginger features before. But she's usually attracted to something different. And she didn't. And the reason why she was saying is because they're both very, let's just be open, honest, straightforward, straight shooter type thing. And they had been going back and forth talking about, their truth and this, that, and the other. And that was her truth. Not to say, and she didn't, in the moment, she didn't feel like it was like mean or anything because they had been going back and forth saying, well, I like this, I don't like this, blah, 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 blah. So she didn't have any, not regrets about it, but she's like, and then Shaquille was like, that got him because I've never seen Clint speechless. And he said, he's like,
I wasn't.
I've never seen him speechless, and that really kind of probably hurt his feelings, because it's,
it definitely.
Yeah, that is unnecessary. I mean, this early in the marriage, so to speak,
or even just getting to know anyone.
Yeah.
As a how old is she again? She's like in her 30s.
Yeah, 32.
There's unless you were raised in the damn cave or you don't have like good social skills, there was no reason for that. And in you telling me that she really didn't have any remorse for what she said.
Well, she kind of did, but she was trying to explain. They were both going back and forth. They were both going back and forth with their truths, and she probably took a little too far.
She did, and I get it. When you're going back and forth about your truth, you're trying to be honest. Are you that honest? Because those are the things that stick with people in their head. Go ahead, Tanya.
Can I just say, was I not fucking right?
About what?
Last week, when I said, let's just pump the brakes, when everybody was all up in arms about the preview when Clint was going in on her. And everybody
we all said that. We all said that.
I was like, it's leading me to believe that she said something She started that shit, and he just sat on it and marinated on it, and he was gonna wait for his perfect opportunity to clap back at her ass. And next week's episode is his moment to clap back when he's like, when she looked at him, she should have read the room. Gina, read the room. You're talking to your husband. Read his face.
You're talking to a person, a man.
Any person, but it's your husband. And if you say, I'm not really attracted to gingers, and the whole ginger thing, and you got the hair, you got the chest.
He went in.
She made, and he's looking at her like, wow. He didn't say anything, and I'm like, oh, this is where this starts. To the preview of next week when he goes in on her. Listen, I ain't mad at him. I'm just waiting to see how this plays out, because me personally, I can't hold shit in like that. So if you're going to do me like that and say, you're not my type, or I don't usually go for, if I'm a ginger and you say, I'm not into gingers and stuff, I'm going to look at you and be like, well, bitch, why are we on this honeymoon? The episode would have been over, because I'd have been like, why are you here? Why'd you marry me? This shit is done.
And it seems like to him also that even though she may not be his type, I really believe he was giving it a chance. Or at least trying to connect with her. Right.
And I think she was his type, but I think she put a sour taste in his mouth like anybody, because she was so dismissive about it. The way she was saying it, she was drinking her drink and she was talking to him about it in the cabana. And I was just like, oh, sis, this isn't the time to have this
kind of respect.
This is not the time.
Kindness, empathy, nothing.
And she had it, and he's looking at her, and she's not reading his body language or his facial expressions. And I'm like, this is why he's being a gentleman. He's not going to say nothing, but he's going to blast her ass. And that's when next week, I'm going to be sitting here like, and she's going to get all offended when he's like, oh, I like a slender woman. He may not. He may like, he was all into her. So we already know that he really doesn't have a specific type. But he's like, I usually like a more athletic, slender type of woman. He's doing
everything. He usually dates that. He's like, I usually date that. That doesn't mean necessarily obviously he likes that, but he wasn't canceling her out. He's like, well, right. I usually, and also, once again, we do have to pump the brakes because we don't know how it's going to go down when he says it that way too. So that's why, the previews, they're trying to manipulate you and trying to, lead you one way, and then all of a sudden it comes back the other way. And then,
but the previews for this episode with her saying that was right on the money.
Totally on the money.
But it makes me think that I really don't like her is he gave her an out to stop it, whatever. But it was like she had this rehearsed in her head. And she was like, oh no, I got to get this all out. I got to let you know. So it's like she almost planned it. Now, I don't know if the conversation was planned, but what she was going to say, she had already made up her mind and she was going to say it and she was going to get every last word out. And if she couldn't see how hurtful it was to a person, then I never thought she was attractive, right? For one, I never did.
I did.
I think she's a very pretty face.
Oh no.
Well, let me say
I do not. I think I told you and Tracy, she looks like a fucking monster to me. She is ugly. She has had way too much work done. That mouth is atrocious. I don't even like her teeth. Everything is kind of like sculptured for her. I would like to see a before fucking picture.
That part, because when
and her ass is nasty.
Before the wedding, before the honeymoon, I should say, she was always made up. She was always at her best. And I was like, she was stunning. Because I remember when we first started the podcast of this season, I was like, she's stunning. She's the most prettiest woman that I've seen. Like, she's just.
And I was like, oh.
Yeah. And you did. And I will have to say this. When they're on the honeymoon, and I'm like, oh, when, they woke up the next, not even the honeymoon, the night of the wedding, the day after the wedding, when they woke up and they were doing the whole brunch thing with the family members, and now they're on the honeymoon, I'm like, well, she's really not. Yeah.
I actually liked her better without the makeup, though.
No, I like her better with the makeup.
I actually liked her better without the makeup, but the thing that I was seeing was that she was just there's too much surgery there.
Yeah.
Too much surgery. So no, she's had a lot of work done. And when she ever took off that cover up and started like, well, get that ass picked up, ma'am. Do some squats.
Oh, listen, stop it, Shahida. Stop it. That's
get
not
that
nice.
ass picked up.
That's not nice. That's not nice.
I'm not going to be nice because she wasn't nice to that man. And I don't think she's a nice person. I could never look somebody in the face and do what she did.
She's all about her career, and that's all she talks about. That's all she knows, honey.
So you don't know how to be kind to somebody and talk to them about, well, I could understand, be like, you know what? I had never dated a ginger before, but I'm happy to be dating you, or see where this goes. There were so many things, so many things that she could have said.
Yeah.
It was just mean. And I don't like mean people. And now I'm talking shit because she's not in my face.
Right? Right? We being mean. You know what? But I agree with you. I totally agree. What the hell was that?
It's the girl. Don't scare her.
I had a little. I was like talking, and all of a sudden I heard a boom, and I was like, "What the hell was that?" I don't need no motherfuckers coming in my house now. No. Mm-mm. Anyway, enough about that.
Well, what was it?
It was a little sound, but I'm good. My alarm's on, so we're good. If you hear like whoop whoop whoop, I'm gonna be like,
well, I know the door is right there.
Anywho, I just think that she started that fire. She wants to smoke. You gonna go there? If you want to go there, then don't get your feelings hurt when he claps back.
So yeah. So we already know they ain't
there. And I was like, ooh, that was kind of tough. That was tough. The way you're saying it, you had the cabana. Like, no, read the room, bitch. You're in Jamaica. You're sitting in a cabana. You got drinks coming. And I'm like, I'd be sitting there like, even though may not be attracted to him, but I'd be like, I'm going to enjoy the moment. I'm going to enjoy the moment.
Someone also, I searched for Gina Machete at Married at First Sight, and someone had said before plastic surgery. So I can't find.
You can't find a picture.
Can't find a picture, but someone obviously said it too.
But here's
the thing: see her before the surgery because there's a lot of work done to her face.
You have plastic surgery. Like, I know that her lips are surgically enhanced.
Her teeth.
It is what it is. And her eyes and everything. But I'm like, how do you not surgically enhance? If you're going to pay all this money for all of this, the lips, everything else, how is your chin? How do you have all this meat underneath your chin? Fix that. Pay the money for it. But here we are.
I didn't even notice.
I thought her face was. But she's 36, and I thought her face, what she did was, for what she is, I thought she was pretty.
Yeah,
pretty. I didn't think she was. I didn't think she was ugly.
Think she's pretty.
I didn't think she was like dog ugly. I'm not saying she was ugly. I didn't find her attractive as a woman. I thought it was the only thing. And like I said, I thought she was better without the makeup. The only problem I really had, I thought her makeup was overdone. But I feel like there's just too much falseness to her face. Too much fillers. She had too much going on.
I agree. Her lips are way too big. And I peeped that right off the beginning. But her overall face and her makeup and her hair, I was like, she's really stunning. I thought she was stunning. Well,
we know once you see a person's personality, sometimes it's just like,
somebody wake up. Listen, once I see somebody wake up in the morning, then I know. Yeah,
well,
that's
I mean,
cosmetically.
let's offer some grace, because when I wake up in the morning, I just woke up not too long ago. You see how I'm fucking looking right now?
Oh, girl.
Talk less of 8 hours of sleep.
Same. But at the end of the day, I ain't trying to be on TV and, marrying a stranger. So here we are. I'm good.
All right. So are we moving on, or are we
let's
at
move
home?
on.
Bullshit.
That's a good picture, though.
Yeah, that's a good airbrush picture.
Yes, I love it. And I want an airbrush picture too. Chris, I need you to find me. Oh Lord, I'm putting my business out here. I'm turning 55 in April, as we all are this year.
I already turned.
I know you
turned
did.
too.
Both of y'all did. I'm the baby.
No.
Hey, I'm the baby. I'm the baby. I'm the baby. I'm the baby.
She looks good there.
Yes. Chris, I need a good photographer.
You look like a typical Becky.
Chris, I need a good photographer because I'm gonna be out there for my birthday in April, and I want to do a photo shoot.
Okay.
I want hair, I want lashes, I want skin, I want everything.
My cousin is a photographer. She's in LA.
Is she?
Yeah.
Well, then you reach out to her and let her know. I'll pay her. I ain't looking for no handouts. I just want to get. I want to get me a good book at 55. Okay. There we are.
So we're done with them?
Yeah, we're done with Clint.
They're not more. Did they do anything else? Because that was the only thing that really kind of stood out to me.
Well, their luggage. Let's talk about their luggage. Their luggage got lost.
Yeah,
that's when they were wearing all that Jamaica touristy outfits. Because I was watching it from the jump, and I was like, I'm like, Clint can't be that corny. Why is he wearing tank tops that says, "Hey man, Jamaica man, Jamaica"? And I'm like,
I didn't even know that until the show started.
He's in relatively good shape too.
Huh?
He's in relatively good shape too.
Yeah. But you know what? But I still don't like him. There's something still off about him to me. So it's, even though she was mean, I suspect he can get down and dirty too.
Oh, he's gonna next week. You heard it from me first. He's going to go in next week. And
but the thing is,
he's going to exact his revenge next week. Trust.
What made me even madder at her, because when they talked about all the stuff that they went through, the luggage, it just seemed like everything was just going wrong. He stayed cool and calm. She even said, he's like the perfect travel person, because he was just like, it is what it is, not getting upset. And it could be because, he just meeting her. But that's a very good attribute to somebody traveling. When shit goes wrong and you're able to just be like, you know what? It is what it is. It will figure it out. It'll fix itself or whatever. Instead of a person like losing their shit, crying and moaning and making a bad situation even worse. He didn't do that. And then in her defense, she didn't do it either. So
yeah. Yep. All right. So who next? Chris, I'll let you pick your next couple.
Well, we can probably save the good couple for the end, but let's talk about
who's the good couple.
Oh, let's
Kirsten and Shaquille.
Okay.
Let's save them for last.
We'll save them. We'll save them for last.
Because I got
Chris and Nicole, there wasn't really
nothing. They barely was a blip on the screen. And then they made you think like the conversation about the children was going to be more than what it was, and it really was just
hold on. I took some notes. So I took 2 notes on Chris and Nicole, and the only notes that I had was, I'm like, when Nicole, and I guess that's what you do when you're in a relationship with somebody, especially if you're married. You let this person know how you are. But I wouldn't do that. But Nicole with the old Nicole, was
right.
Like the old Nicole was in them streets, partying, fighting. You know, old Nicole was not
doing wild stuff.
She was wild. And I don't know if old Nicole is gone.
And he said that.
Chris was saying that he was like, you know, that proposes some red flags. And here my brain is like, motherfucker, your first red flag should have been when old boy was putting his cigarettes out on her damn body. Period. But she's like, but you know, now he's knowing that his red flags are that old Nicole, that she was in them streets. What am I saying here? Oh, and then I'm like, and the whole kid thing. Like, she made it clear to him, yeah, kids weren't really on my radar. Like, I wasn't really into having kids. But he wants kids. That's not on them. That's on the professionals. I'm like, how do you talk to these people? And you have a man that wants to have a whole ass family. He wants his 2 kids. And then you got this woman that he's sitting across from me. She's like, well, I'm not really sure that, got it. I'm not really sure that I want kids.
Oh. But then they talked about it later, like, you know, but I do like Chris, the fact that Chris is also, he's not as wussy as I thought he was.
I told you.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
I mean, she's like, are you in love yet? And he's like, not yet. And I was like, go ahead, Chris. All right. He's being measured. He's being, that. And, but she was also saying, I never thought I wanted it. Well, she said, I never thought I wanted to have kids. I never really wanted to. I didn't really, but maybe in a year or two, they would talk about it. Right.
Yep.
So there's a possibility for that. But I think he's like, maybe if you get baby fever, and they decided on 1 or 2 years after.
But I give her credit. I give her credit after the fact, after she was so like adamant, like I really wasn't into the kids thing. And then she went to the confessional with the cameras. I shouldn't call it confessional, but she's like, I'm open to it. So I kind of like, when she was talking initially, I was like, really, bitch? Really experts? You're going to pair this woman that don't want no kids with a man that wants his whole ass family. A mother, a father, a son, and a daughter. That's his dream. And then she's like, well, I'm open to it. So I'm thinking that if they work and he does what he's supposed to do, she'll give him his children. And they might
also you have to understand the people she's probably dated before. That's what putting cigarettes out on you. I don't know if that'd be a good person to have as your father. There she is.
Ooh, we got another surprise. Ooh, surprise again. Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. All right.
What did I miss?
We're on Chris and Nicole. Speak your piece.
How about the babies and stuff? Not want to have kids.
Yeah. I mean, I can understand her tragic past. Why am I entering the studio now? Sorry, I got my laptop entering the studio. Now I'm on my phone. I don't know. That's kind of a no. If he wants kids, that's a no-go. I don't know whether he'll hang on if she doesn't want kids. Don't you think?
She said she's open to it. Yeah.
I think she's going to change her mind.
Yeah.
Because you just said, judging on her past relationships, who would want kids with people, putting cigarettes out on your arm? So at least she was smart. Like she could have been really dumb and be like, maybe if we had a kid, he'll be nicer to me. She didn't go that route.
You're muted, Ness.
I know. I've got hammering upstairs.
Oh, okay.
I got an Uber coming in 15 minutes. I'll wrap up my segment before I have to go.
15 minutes.
Yeah.
We got 15 minutes.
So we talk.
We're gonna make these 15 minutes count.
And we talked about Clint and Gina.
Vanessa, what is your thoughts on Vanessa and Gina?
Clint and Gina.
Clint and Gina. Jesus Christ, Vanessa and Gina. Sorry, I'm drinking wine.
Yeah. I don't. Well, she's right. There is no chemistry on both of their parts. It's definitely not going to work, don't you? I mean, how are they going to find chemistry if she's already called him out saying, "I was never into a ginger. I asked not to have a ginger." Why did they do that? Maybe
she said that part. I didn't hear that. She asked not to have a ginger.
didn't she say that she was not attracted to gingers? She doesn't know why they chose him. Maybe, I don't know. I don't think they're going to work at all. But you can tell they're
Well,
not
I didn't think they were going to work, but I just thought that she was just so disgustingly rude that why would you ever say that to a person? And I thought he was attracted to her physically. And I really thought that she was a little bit too until she started saying, I think it was like the last episode where she was saying that, oh, I'm not quite there yet. So I didn't know that the fuckery was going to be that he was a redhead.
Yeah.
That was rude.
Yeah.
Hey,
I still think that Clint and Dominique are a much better match. I think they.
Well, you saw that little tease.
Did you see that?
Did you see the teaseness?
You mean the one in the hot tub you sent me in the hot tub?
Where they're kissing.
What's
Clint and
that
Dominique.
Dominique and Clint.
Kiss.
Well, how did I miss that?
I forgot where was it in the preview, right? It was preview.
But again, don't fall for that because when you pay attention to Clint and Dominique kissing, what's her name? Jackie teeth in the back.
Jasmine.
Jasmine's in the background, like, yeah. So it's leading me to believe that they had a whole group date and there was like a truth or dare thing. And that's why she kissed Clint. That's all I'm saying.
That was too much kissing, though.
Yeah, but they were all tongue in.
Never kiss another man like that.
Yeah.
So, all right. So I'm going to digress real quick off of Married at First Sight. Oh Lord, that teeth is just tragic, Chris. Leave it. Vanessa, while we have you, and I know we got a time constraint because you're about to be picked up, but last week I forgot to ask you this, and I've been dying to know. As you know, I inboxed you on IG, and because I love me some Wendell. What's his name?
Wendell Pierce.
Wendell Pierce. I love me some Wendell Pierce. I've had a crush on him since Waiting to Exhale. And girl, give us the tea about that viral video when he was on Broadway on what's the play that he's in?
He just closed in Death of a Salesman.
He was in
Ghana.
I was in Ghana when it happened, but apparently it was a woman who was talking like back to the stage, and he politely either had her be quiet. She was talking back to him, and they ushered her out. So that's all I know. But he was 100% class, which that's what Wendell is.
The video showed that.
He was, and I saw like about 10 different videos of people on TikTok of people that were there, and I was seeing it from different sides, and I was like, these two people were in the front row. So I'm like, they have to be somebody. Number one, they have to be somebody. Number two, they have to be, if they ain't somebody, they got to be somebody that's paying a whole lot of money to sit in the front row. And I'm like, why are you showing your whole natural ass? And then I was mad because I'm like, they black.
Well, that's also knowing theater etiquette, and not necessarily front row seats are not the greatest because you're too close. You can't see the perspective of the stage. So orchestra seats, like mid-house, is like that's the premium seat. So they probably weren't expensive, and she probably didn't. I don't know, but maybe she was not used to theater etiquette, and you don't talk back to this is not a comedy show where you can talk back to the comedian up on stage and heckle them. This is theater, and everyone paid top dollar to see a full show uninterrupted.
Yeah, I was literally, I was sad when I saw that because I was like, here we are, and we have a whole black ass cast, for Death of a Salesman. And you know me, I've already said, you all three of you know that my first Broadway show is POTUS. I ain't a theater head. I don't do that.
But you knew how to act.
Right, but I know how to
No,
act.
she didn't. You could have seen her in that seat.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
Damn mouth.
She's like, damn. What is it? Halftime?
Chris knows. I've seen more plays in LA with Chris than in New York. And
but back to Married at First Sight, girl. We got to find out what she thinks.
And she got 10 minutes left.
Moment was. What was your top moment?
Enough. Go ahead. So, who's next? Who do you want to talk? Who is the person you want to cover?
Shaquille and
Kirsten.
All right, go.
So remember he said you act differently when there's no cameras rolling. So what is that about? Like why was she acting she's acting all shy and coy in front of the cameras, but what's the difference?
But I called that, I think, early on because he said, my wife is virtuous. Remember he said that? And I was like, sir, you don't know that lady. And I doubt that she did. But you know what? I'd probably be acting like her too, shy on camera, because I'm like, my people are watching this.
But I thought it was the reverse, though. I thought it was the reverse, though. She seemed to like him more and was like more affectionate with him on camera, and off camera, she doesn't want him to touch her at all, or kiss him at all.
Oh, that's what she was reading?
That's what I got from it. And then in the after party, they were talking about that too, because all the women were like to Shaquille, because he was on the after party, said to him, you know, that was your moment to go. And when she was like, you know, not kissing me or whatever, like, so that was your moment. You were supposed to kiss her then. But he's like, I'm not going to try to kiss you if you don't want, because she gives mixed signals of like the most amazing mixed signals. Like, do you want me to kiss you? I've asked you to kiss you already. You said no. You know, you say, how do you feel? And she seems like she's like, I'm a little more attracted to you, you know, before, but supposedly off camera, she's not that way.
Oh, see, I read it differently. That's what I thought. More into him.
Mm-hmm. No, she fake as hell. Fake as hell. They were sitting in that little swing, and she's sitting there glaring. She's a good. I'll tell you, hey, Vanessa, Chris, y'all are the experts in this field. She was sitting in that swing, glaring at him. I'm like, this bitch is a good actress. She's like looking at his lips, looking at his head, looking at everything. She's like, and then all of a sudden the after party came on, and I'm saying to myself, come on. As I'm watching, I'm like, Shaquille, lean in, kiss her. You guys are all in. Nothing. And then when the after party came on, and he's like, well, she's a different person off camera. She don't want me to touch her.
Right.
And then when we're on camera, it's different. I get where he's coming from. I hope, listen.
So what do we think about Arris and his, what's your sexual position? And because I think Jacqueline, I think, is just not into that at all. I mean, you know, she's not a virtuous gal anyway, but not saying that she's
right.
I get it.
A poised woman, and you know, I don't know.
Let me tap my third eye. Let me tap my third eye on this one here. Let me tap my third eye.
Let me just say, for him, I don't think he's intelligent, because I feel like men who are not intelligent lean on their sexuality more than anything. So he doesn't have anything to bring to the table. I don't see him bringing anything to the table, because it's all been about sex since he started. When are you going to have a real conversation, sir?
He doesn't want to have a real conversation because he's not in this. He's never been in love, number one.
Right.
He owned to her that when she was asking him, so what do you think? You've never been in love. So what does that mean? At 8 weeks, like, I'm just here. I get where she's coming from, but let me get my notes out, because, and Vanessa, I'm sorry if you have to go, I get it. But she's like, when he was like, he asked her about what's your favorite sexual position? And she was like, I'm going to shut this down. Right. And then he said, we need to give it whore. Y'all watch that shit? I flatlined when he said that shit. I was like, Negro. Like,
We need to give it whore.
we need to give it horror. When he said, wait, let me get my notes out. He was like,
I know he came back around to sex again.
he was like, what's your favorite sexual position? And she was like, yeah, I don't want to talk about that. They were in an intimate romantic dinner. I don't care if it has nothing to do with married at first sight. I could be dating you for 3-4 years. If we're on vacation and we're sitting at a resort and having a good romantic dinner, that's not what I want coming out of your mouth.
It didn't come out of my date's mouth.
What?
After 3 years, yeah, we can talk about sex at dinner.
But okay, I digress.
But after 3 days, pretty much.
I know. I'm just saying she said 3 years.
Right. But
That was
here's the
ridiculous.
thing.
He doesn't
I'm
have
like,
anything.
if she says to you, she's not comfortable having this conversation, and they bring out like the food and whatever, and he's like, well, we need to give it horror. Like,
Did you see downward dog? That's the position he wanted.
yes, that's what he was talking about, the sexual positions. And he's like, I like the downward dog. Hi, puppy. Who's that? Roscoe or
Roscoe.
Jill? Hi,
That's-
Roscoe.
All right, my Uber's here. I gotta run.
Have a good night.
Bye.
Talk to you soon. Anyway, back to thank you, Vanessa, for jumping in real quick. We love you. But that whole thing with he liked the whole downward dog position, and I was like, so basically, you like a doggy style. Like, stop giving the yoga reference to it.
And also, it seems like he's throwing things out there to, like the bacon thing. He's harping on the bacon thing a lot, and he's harping on the dog things a lot. Like, oh,
yep.
But when he said, "I'll help out with the family," with her mother. So I can't read him. Is he into it or is he not into it? Does he like her? Does he not like her?
He's not into it because
why would he say that he would?
Plays the game. He said he plays the game. Did you miss that? When they were having that conversation, and she's like, "Well, what are you doing?" And he's like, "Well, I play the game." And I was like, "That's a red flag." On top of the doggy style. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with doggy style, but it's like, bro, he is a walking red flag. He is a low-key Chris Williams. Sorry, Chris Williams.
The other Chris Williams. Yeah.
But he's a low-key Chris Williams. He ain't in this. Chris
Williams was fucking straight up.
How do you get involved in
mean.
Something like this? Here's my thing. I'm not going to involve myself in an experiment like this if I've never been in love. Period.
Yeah, but that's not even
up to
it's the judges. That's what I'm saying. It's for them to be like, oh, he's not a good candidate. Why? Like, why?
Like, how do you not pick up on that?
Let's go back to them again. Like I said, it really is such a mixed mash of couples. Like, you see some people that, I really think that they really want to be married, match with people that seem like they're just not into it. So what was the thought process behind the only couple that seemed good matched is Chris? I mean, Chris and Nicole.
But also Kirsten and Shaquille should be a good match. Yep. They should be, because they both want. She wants to be married, but she's just too damn picky.
Does she though?
She wants to be married to the right person.
It's like the conversation that they had in the swing. To me, I was like, wow, that's growth for her. She's explaining. She's trying to be a little bit open about how she's feeling, and the whole I don't really like kissing. Is that a problem for you? It seemed like a mature start for her, but.
That was a little problematic for me, though, because
don't like kissing.
How do you not like kissing? Like, I can see if you don't want to have like the whole, throat rapist, like all in larynx and shit. But how do you not like to kiss? I don't get that. I don't get that whole not kissing thing, because for me personally, kissing is a part of intimacy that's going to lead to, now we're going to take this to the next level and we're going to be, physically intimate with each other. I don't get that. Like she's equating like, I can hold your hand all day. I can hold a hand. I can hold the hands of anybody at this point. That's not it. Holding hands isn't intimate to me. I can hold hands with my mom, my brother, my nephews, my niece, Chris, Shahida, whoever. You name it.
I don't like holding hands with everybody.
I just hold your hand because I like you, I love you. But yeah, no, I'm not. Yeah, that whole
not
thing,
intimate.
like she doesn't like to kiss. She's not really into kissing. I'm like, that's weird.
She's high maintenance.
That's what I said. When she said that shit, I was like, that's weird. Red flag.
Well, I mean, she gave out red flags from the very jump. So I just thought that, and they were having fun, but I thought she was a little inconsiderate on the what's the bikes that they went on?
Oh,
the
when she was
the ATVs.
I don't know if she listened to him or what, but I understood him wholeheartedly when he said, because of the accident, I'm, very timid, very cautious with certain things. And I wouldn't have pushed him to do it. I mean, or at least do it at his pace.
right.
I would have never asked him. I would have never scheduled an ATV or anything that has a car or a motorcycle or, the three-wheelers. I would never have put him in that position to do that. She knew that he was in a traumatic car accident. I'm not going to ask you.
You could be in a traumatic car accident and still like that. But if he says, I'm very timid about that, then I would be like, I have to respect that and not. I think he expressed that to her.
He did, and she didn't care. She was like zooming ahead, like, oh, he's way back there. And I'm like, bro, bitch, your husband had his cranium cracked on a fucking barbed wire fence. Like, people were thrown from vehicles in an accident. Like, show some fucking empathy.
At 7 years old.
7, right. That's why he's bald. And she can't even get over the whole bald thing.
And that's why he says he keeps scissors in his car to cut his seatbelt in case something happens.
So
that's how paranoid or careful he is with, skittish that way. And it's also a constant reminder when he looks at his head, he sees the scar every day.
Every day.
So it's not like it's, you can forget about it. He knows,
No, he knows. She is not into him. That is a marriage again. Like I said, let me just reinstate it again. None of these marriages are going to work at the 8 weeks. Nobody is going to make it. And with Kirsten, I think Kirsten is a fraud. After the after party, when Shaquille was like, she's this way off camera, like, don't touch me. Don't come at me. Don't touch me. But when we're on camera, she's like, oh, yeah. Like, kiss me, do this. You can't give a man mixed signals like that. It's not a black man, white man issue. It's a man issue. You can't be all up looking at him like, oh, yeah. And then when the cameras go off, be like, get away from me. So Kirsten, to me, right now, is a fucking fraud.
So what about McKinley and Dominique? That's the last couple.
Please.
What?
Please.
She's still too young and still kind of, and I don't know if she's very smart, honestly.
I don't think so.
Or worldly. I think she's kind of like, and also kind of disses him a lot about, like, well, he doesn't like to do this, and he's still. Am I gonna have to hook your worm for you? Am I gonna have to hook your worm? He's like, no, I can. He's like, am I gonna have to do that too, huh? And I'm like, ooh, she's kind of. I don't know if she's.
She does it with the little laugh and giggle, but it's the same.
And then he's like, yeah, I like boobs, and she's got great boobs. That's it.
I know. That was that it? Was that the only compliment he gave her?
Yeah,
Basically.
yeah.
Pretty much.
He likes her
Oh,
tits.
yeah.
She is not genuine. I read a face, and for me, it's all about the eyes and the mannerisms and how you act. She's not there for that. She's not there to be a wife forever. I don't know. Maybe she might. Her mother, again,
She's
her
25.
mother signed her up for this. So she didn't sign herself up for this. Her mother signed her up for this, and she went along with the okie doke. So she's not in it. She looks at him the way she hugs him. Yeah, she made out with him in the pool, but that's what she does.
Yeah.
25 years old. That's all she's about, is getting in the moment. She made out with him, and it is what it is. Her facial expressions when the cameras are on them and she hugs him or does anything with him, toasts a glass, her face is just like, yeah, nah, I'm just here for the experiment. That ain't gonna work.
It just feels like more or less that she doesn't have a lot going on. Like, she's not thinking anything. She just looks, like she got cotton balls. She looks just like that. Just like that.
Can we talk about how her ass almost face planted? I was chuckling when I watched it. I had to rewind it back and play it again. When she was walking out there with her little pink dress and her high heels, they were going to the little fancy dinner. She's like, "Ooh, scoot and she almost fell down. I was like, drunk ass, because that would have been me. That's some shit I do.
Yeah, I don't know how well they're. I don't know if he really likes her. I mean, he kind of likes her. He talks about her boobs, and I don't know if she kind of likes him, but I don't know if they even like each other.
Because he doesn't seem that smart either. He doesn't.
No.
There's no depth to either one of them, in my opinion.
And he jokes all the time.
It's like,
and he's full of shit. The way he was talking, I was like, he's full of shit. There's a reason why your ass. We said it last week. And this week, this episode, I was like, there's a reason why your flaky ass is living in the basement of your friend's parents' house. And you ain't got your own shit.
At what? 36
years old, 33, 32, however the fuck old he is. At 33, 32 years old, you ain't got shit going on for yourself because you're sitting over there, just giving the most. He's full of shit. No, we're good. So,
yeah,
all right, we went through. Okay, anybody? You guys want to add anything else? Because I got a song to end this on, and I gotta.
This is the one that's gonna make me mad. Oh, he is. I'm trying to find out how old he is because McKinley. Okay, she's 25. He's 34. So
shame on him.
Yeah.
So we're going to end this on a good hot topic. We started off with Chris, our brother from another mother, being on CSI Vegas. I was about to say Miami. Oops.
He was on that too.
And if you didn't watch it, you got to get your ass on CBS.com, on your DVR or your whatever the fuck, and on demand, and watch Chris on CSI Vegas. It was awesome.
The episode When the Dust Settles. Episode
When the Dust Settles. Yes.
212.
Say that again.
Episode 212, When the Dust Settles.
Yes. But we're going to end this on a song. And I'm going to say, you won't break my bank. You won't break my bank, Beyonce. You ain't breaking my bank. You ain't breaking my bank, and I'm telling everybody.
Did you get your tickets yet?
Fuck all your couches. Shahida, shut your goddamn mouth right now, because I got the floor. I know you are part of the fucking beehive, whatever you call them shits, but it's a disrespect. We're going to talk about this right quick. Disrespectful. How you going to in the middle of an inflation. People can't pay their mortgages. People can't pay their bills, their rent, you name it. And we got Beyonce out here and selling tickets to her new Renaissance tour. And the cheapest ticket is $918 for the back row.
Is it really?
Oh, yes. I've been online. Why? Because our girl, Maya, that's been on our podcast. Oh, it gets better. I'm going to get Maya on this shit next week. The back row of the stadium.
Is she going to be at Foxborough Stadium?
Oh, she is. And
Gillette
the
Stadium.
back row of Foxborough Stadium. I'm going to use Foxborough Stadium because I went to Maya's page. Maya, hey, boo, I'll tag you. $918 or $20 for the back row, the nosebleed section.
Really?
Wait. And on top of that, you can't buy a ticket. You have to go online and be deemed as a Beyonce fan.
How do you get deemed as a fan? I haven't gone because I won't be here.
You gotta go online on Ticketmaster or whatever the fuck, wherever stadium it is, Foxborough Stadium, SoFi Stadium in LA, wherever the fuck. And you gotta be deemed as a fan. And then you're on a list. It's like a wish list.
Oh, okay.
And then if you're approved, then you can go and buy a $900 ticket in the nosebleed section. In the mid section, it's like $1,800. In the front row, it's like damn near $5,000. So here's my thought. Here's my opinion on this, or my statement on this, and I'm going to let it go. I don't give a fuck. I love Beyonce. I like her music, but I'll be damned. I don't give a fuck who you are or how well you sing or how great your fucking songs are. That is for per person, one ticket. We're talking about one fucking ticket.
$852.
This isn't me, you, Shahida. This isn't me, you, and Chris gathering up together and meeting in LA and going to SoFi Stadium, or Chris coming here and going to Patriots Place, Foxborough Stadium, and buying 3 tickets for $900. I can see that. But one ticket in the nosebleed section is $900. Y'all motherfucking Bayhives, y'all, it's a cult. Y'all are just as, I'm going to say this, and I have no apology. Y'all are just as bad as the MAGA people because you.
Wait a minute. You have gone too far. I was all in agreement with you. I was all in agreement. Fucking MAGA, get the hell out of here. You're tripping. Now you're tripping.
Motherfuckers will be out there fucking sacrificing everything to go see Beyonce. Fuck that shit. Nah, I'm good.
People will do what they want to do. That's on them. I'm not paying $900 for a ticket. Let me finish. I'm not paying $900 for a ticket. Not in the back row. I didn't know that. I won't be here anyway. So I'm not wasting my time. If it was like $400 or $500, I definitely probably would have tried to. Not in the back row though. It would have to be in the middle. But I probably would have tried to go, but I won't be here. But I agree with everything you say except for that MAGA piece. Girl, please. Nobody in the Beehive is trying to strip you of your rights.
I get it. I take it
That's
back.
too much.
I took it too far.
I took it way too far.
I took it way too far, but I wanted to pinch a nerve because at the end of the day, people are up in these streets. I'm on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook, everywhere, and everybody, people are losing their shit. And I'm saying to myself, Beyonce.
Losing their shit because they're paying for it, or losing their shit because they want to buy the ticket?
No, they're losing their shit because they're paying for it. And they are online all day, every day, trying to get on this list to be a verified fan.
I think that there was something else that you had to be a verified fan to get the tickets. I think it was Prince at one point. some years ago. I don't understand what that is about, but
I get so from the news media, they're saying that the reason why they're doing this is because of the whole Taylor Swift thing. When Taylor Swift,
no, they've done it before. That verified fan thing they have done several times before.
Yeah, but the whole Taylor Swift thing just recently with her tour, you know, and everybody was like, you know, trying to get her tickets, and then the fucking Ticketmaster fucking crashed and bottomed out, and now they're like, okay,
the service charge on these tickets.
Basically. So here's my thing on this. Beyonce, artist, look, the three of us, we're all the same age. We come from a time, and I get it. Shit changes, you know, whatever. I'm not paying. Even though we can, I am in no mood to pay damn near a fucking house payment to see you fucking sing. I would rather you I'll go to fucking YouTube all fucking day and play your fucking videos. I'll fucking pull your fucking CDs out of my fucking basement and play that shit all day. You are not for one ticket. Do the math. If I was Beyonce or Rihanna or Taylor Swift, that is just disrespectful. And the way that God bless you, the way that your fans are standing for you and going in hard for you is disturbing for me. I'm sorry. I just feel like there's going to be a lot of people we got too many other fucking problems in this country to worry about than fucking paying all this money to go see Beyonce sing. And Beyonce's a goddamn billionaire. Her husband is a billionaire, or she's a billionaire. It's like, stop.
I get what you're saying. I love Beyonce to death. We know. But I'm not paying those prices. But if the person next to me wants to pay their mortgage to go see Beyonce, I have no problem with them doing that. Like you said, I'll listen to the music. I'll watch her on Netflix because I didn't watch Coachella on Netflix. I don't know how many damn times. I'll watch her on Disney. I'm not paying that amount of money. But at the end of the day, people are just going to do what they want. And then the same people will cry about missing something else. But people don't mind spending money on what they want.
I don't get that. I mean, I get
so
that.
Let them go ahead and enjoy it.
I get that. I agree with you. I get that. But here's my take on this. Then don't get online, because I see it all the day, all the time, all day, every day. If you want to spend all your fucking life savings on Beyonce tickets or Taylor Swift tickets, I'm singling everybody out that wants to charge people, the average person, that exorbitant amount of money. If you want to pay that kind of money, then don't get your ass on TikTok, on IG and Facebook talking about, oh, I can't pay this, I can't do this, I can't do that. Fuck out of here.
Do people do that?
Yes, all the time. People will start a fucking GoFundMe to bury their loved ones. Let's not get me started on this one. People will start a GoFundMe to bury their loved ones, and they got their hair done, they got fucking nails done, everything done. But I'm like, but you want me to donate to bury your parent? They should have life insurance. It's called estate planning. 2023. Let me start that. Let me end this on one. 2023, people, estate planning. Get yourself a life insurance policy. I have fucking 3, and I don't have fucking children nor a spouse. I have 3 life insurance policies, maybe 4. And I don't want to be buried.
I don't know what to say.
I ain't got nothing else to say on that one. I'm just disgusted with the whole concert thing now. If I ain't getting in for free, I ain't
For
going.
free? Oh, yeah, you got the hookup.
Oh, I got the hookup, but I don't got Beyonce hookup.
You never know. Your boy might end up doing security there.
Yeah, but if that happens, you get that in, Shahida. I'm not interested. I like her, but I'll give that one to you.
I won't be here August 1st.
Oh no, it doesn't have to be here. It could be. Wait. Speaking of August, is that Africa?
Yeah. So I forgot.
When are you going to send me?
I'll send it to you.
Information, because I think I might want to go with you. I mean, I could go the same dates as you. I'm not going to like want to be tailgating you guys because I'll get my
tailgate us, girl. I told you I'll be with my parents. I need somebody my age I can hang out with.
Let's do it. So let's do it. Send me the deets.
Okay.
And let's do it. I will show up. I'll get my own hotel room, and I could be like, "Girl, you want to eat it at a?"
I love my parents, but I'm not trying to do love my parents.
Okay.
But yeah, I get it with the whole thing. But it's like you're pissed off about this. I'm pissed off about Ron DeSantis. Fuck it. I want to know before we go what if I can help the people in Florida with this bill on the African American studies, and
there's no helping them.
What are the parents doing there?
There's no helping them.
It's absolutely disgusting. The whole having the girls report their periods every month. Mm-hmm. Where are the women? Where are the parents? Where are the fathers? How do you let this man dictate?
Here's what happens, because I went to college in Florida, lived there for several years, and I'm gonna tell you, Florida is one of them states. When people think of Florida, people think Miami, Fort Lauderdale, the areas that are mostly densely populated with Black and brown people. Florida is a motherfucking hillbilly state. Let's not get this shit twisted.
Yeah, I've been there.
When you look at the Central Florida, Polk County, when you look at fucking the Panhandle, that shit is fucking country ass, Confederate ass. That's why that shit's going down. That's why.
And this person is somebody that's going to run for president.
And on top of Miami, you've got those Cubans. Let's not get this shit twisted. You've got Cubans, brown people that think they're white because they look white, they present white, and they're voting white. So Florida is ass out. Same with Texas. Lived in Texas too. Same thing. Listen,
all right. Well,
anyway,
we don't want to end on rage.
Chris, what else?
You got your Beyonce rage. I got my DeSantis rage.
Chris, we're gonna leave you with the final rage. You got anything you want to promote? What's going on?
No, I'm good.
You really sure?
I got lawn mowing to do before it gets crazy.
You are so lucky. It's like what 7 degrees here right now.
It was like 71 here today. It was nice.
I got my heat. My heat is at 70 right now.
I turned my heat up at 72 because I got grandbabies coming in a little bit.
All right, guys. Well, listen. Thank you. We love you guys. And Chris, dude, Shahida, boom, 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 boom.
Oh,
can we get some shoulder action going on before I do the boom, 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 boom.